Hello Poco family, first of all a very happy new year to all of you. 2023 was an amazing year for Poco India. We at Poco always strive for excellence and try to exceed the expectation of our community, and we have been continuously delivering on that promise. We are ready to kickstart 2024 with X series phones that will blow your mind away. We started last year with a bang with the refresh of our C series lineup. First in the lineup was Poco C50, a device which is ideal for students who just want to get things done and slay it all day. Next, we went a level above with Poco C55, breaking boundaries in design and performance like never before. This was soon followed by Poco C51, a device that promises to deliver the cleanest experience while conquering your day with ease. Recently in December, we launched Poco C65, one of the biggest deals in the value segment. It ended up redefining how design and looks are perceived and can work seamlessly with performance even on a budget. With the country moving towards rapid adoption of 5G, we at Poco decided it was the right time to bring the affordable mid-range 5G options which were ideal for college students. We disrupted the 5G space with Poco M6 Pro and Poco M6 5G as the most disruptive 5G devices. First in line was Poco M6 Pro 5G, the demand for which was so high that it went out of stock in 3 consecutive sales. The Poco M6 Pro 5G is the true disruptor and has opened up the segment to which the competition is now only catching up. Next came the Poco M6 5G, the most affordable 5G phone ever. If the Poco M6 Pro 5G disrupted the 5G offering in the segment, the Poco M6 5G truly hit it out of the park. Together, our M series smartphones in 2023 have changed the way youth uses smartphones, and we are not stopping anytime soon. Mid-year, we had the most awaited launch of the year, the Poco F5, a phone that was destined to revolutionize the mid-range flagship, a true king in the segment. The Poco F5 redefined the performance in the segment as it became the first and the only phone to be launched with Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 2 chipset with an AnTuTu score of 1.1 million, which was never seen before in this segment. Being a fan-favorite brand, we have always believed that the path forward lies in understanding the requirements of our customers. In 2023, Poco has shown close to 90% year-on-year growth, thereby becoming the #1 brand on Flipkart. Poco has become the brand of choice for Gen Z audience, which clearly shows in the study done by TechArc recently. In 2023, we have grown significantly in each quarter. In Q1, Poco grew by 68% as per Canalys's report. Poco became the fastest growing brand in Q2 with 76.5% growth and Q3 with 50% growth as per IDC. These kind of numbers are never heard before in the industry, and thanks to all of your love and support for the same. In 2024, Poco wants to move into big boys league and thereby challenging few of the top 6 brands. So stay tuned for the action in 2024. The Poco X series has been the all-time favorite among Poco fans. Today, the X series signifies our dedication to bringing the best performance smartphones in the premium mid-range segment. Last year, the Poco X5 Pro went on to become one of the most iconic smartphones in the industry. The groundbreaking Snapdragon 778G processor, the 10-bit display and the 108 MP camera made it the segment leader. We followed it up with Poco X5. That became the MVP in its segment by being a true 5G all-rounder. Today, the X series has become the core of what Poco means to users as a brand. And our brand space, Hardik Pandya, represents the rebellion, the quest for greatness that lies within all of you. It's 2024 and we are ready to roar again. We are ready to set new performance benchmarks again. The world of smartphone is a jungle, and we have a handful of competitors trying to make the best of what they have to offer. And yet, there is only one true king in the segment. The X series sits at the top of the food chain in the jungle, and we are ready to hunt down the competition with the Poco X6 series, the ultimate predator. The X6 series is out on the prowl, and to tell you more about it, here is Angus.
Hello and welcome to our Poco launch event. I'm really excited to be here today, and we've got lots to share. My name is Angus, and I'm the head of product marketing at Poco Global. Today, I'm super happy to announce the Poco X6 Pro is here. It has been fully refreshed, upgraded, reborn. Nothing comes close to what we've brought along with the X6 Pro. So let's get started. Performance is the first part I want to talk about with the X6 Pro. Speed is within our tagline, and speed is most certainly within our X6 DNA. Today with the X6 Pro, we will showcase what it takes to reach ultimate performance. The X6 Pro has massive upgrades in 3 different areas: the SoC itself, the OS, and the gaming optimization. We believe nailing down these 3 areas will take us to ultimate performance. So first up, we're global debuting one of the most anticipated processor in the industry. The Dimensity 8300 Ultra is here on the X6 Pro. I'm personally super excited about this chipset. It's mind-blowingly fast. And one of the key reasons we have so much confidence is because Dimensity 8300 Ultra is very similar with its big brother, the Dimensity 9300. As both of them are TSMC 4nm process, same generation of AI structure, and sharing ISP structure, you can expect amazing overall performance from the 8300 Ultra. But how amazing? The Antutu benchmark score for the Poco X6 Pro has reached over 1,400,000. Blisteringly fast, 1.4 million on our X series. We went nuts with it. We're all in on the speed. And in fact, the performance is so powerful, in the benchmark score, we ended up speeding past our current F series flagship, outperforming by over 130K in Antutu. And to give you guys an idea of how much improved from last generation, the big core of CPU is now up to 3.35 GHz, so you can expect amazing burst performance from the X6 Pro. An improvement for GPU has raised it to a whole new level, 248% better, making sure our gamers out there are more than satisfied. And lastly, with AI performance, camera performance in this case also, since it shares the same generation as its big brother 9300, you can expect great processing for high-definition photos and videos. With all that speed, we also want to make sure it's more power efficient than before. High speed nowadays must match with great power efficiency, and the X6 Pro certainly made that happen. Since we beat out the A+ Gen 1 on Antutu, we wondered if power efficiency is the same. And it happens, Dimensity 8300 Ultra did perform better under the use case scenarios of Facebook, Twitter, and even gaming. More speed, but less power used. So speed and power efficiency is nailed down for the Dimensity 8300 Ultra. And to match speed with speed, for the first time on X series, we have made sure our RAM and ROM is absolute flagship level, featuring LPDDR5X and UFS 4.0. And we have also upgraded up to 12 plus 512, giving our users more storage space. To give you guys an idea of how much difference LPDDR5X and UFS 4.0 makes, we compare it to its previous generation. Now, LPDDR5 is already 50% better than LPDDR4X, and you can see LPDDR5X is 33% better than LPDDR5. That's absolutely wild. And UFS 4.0 even more intense. UFS 3.1 better than 2.2 by 90%, and then 4.0 100% faster than UFS 3.1. Read speeds for apps will just be mere moments. So that was our flagship SoC and flagship RAM and ROM. X6 Pro will be featuring the Xiaomi HyperOS, the latest OS available for Poco smartphones. So there's a couple things I want to go through. With Xiaomi HyperOS, we believe this is the most important part to connect hardware and the apps. It must fully utilize the performance given off by the chipset, so we've done some optimization. Xiaomi HyperOS also takes very little space out of the box. We did some comparison with ourselves and other competitors in the market, with MIUI 14 taking up 11 GB, which isn't too bad already, but we saw competitor smartphone system taking up more than 20 GB. We want to offer more space from the beginning, so Xiaomi HyperOS on Poco X6 Pro will only be around 8 GB when you first set it up. But besides having more space in the start, another issue we want to tackle on is a common issue. Many users complain Android phones usually start to slow down after a period of usage. It just doesn't feel super smooth as it did when you first got the device. Now this is because there's a lot of cache and junk files piling up after a long period of usage. Xiaomi HyperOS on Poco X6 Pro will make sure its storage is always being cleaned. It will automatically detect junk files from time to time, clean it out to ensure your system always remains clean and smooth. We run a 50-month mock test with the Xiaomi HyperOS with this functionality, and you can see with and without is a massive difference. And lastly, to ensure the device is really smooth, Xiaomi HyperOS has a much better and stronger SoC scheduling and prioritizing than ever before. It will automatically analyze what apps you're using and making sure it can shift more resources to the apps you use most the second you open it. This involves CPU, GPU, I/O, and RAM. and Xiaomi HyperOS can make sure it can prioritize right so you can have a smooth experience. Now that's a brief intro of Xiaomi HyperOS. And Xiaomi HyperOS will not only be available for X6 Pro, but with more devices to come this year and some of our older devices as well. More information will be shared once we have confirmed the OTA dates. Lastly, to me personally, maybe the most important part, gaming. How can we push the already crazy speed even further? Introducing Wow Boost Optimization 2.0. Our very own in-house gaming tuning algorithm really pushes performance to the max, offering our users unbelievable game experience all around. With Wow Boost Optimization 2.0, we have improved the performance from loading the game to smooth and clear gameplay, and when you're in the game, we have also improved reaction and accuracy to insist bring your skill level to even higher. It's an end-to-end process. For example, when you load up the game, and in this case, we use Genshin Impact, one of the most popular mobile games on the market, which requires a lot of processing power. Now, load speed has improved by 98% compared to our last generation. That's almost twice as fast as before. Zoned in from the game right from the start. And when we're actually in-game, we still maintain very strict rules, near full FPS with no overheating. As you can see from the result, we're running Genshin Impact on 60 FPS mode, and we're absolutely running super smooth with FPS near full and temperature at more than reasonable for a good handheld experience. Your screen won't dim because of the heat control, and you'll be getting a great visual experience. This is the result of our gameplay optimization within Wow Boost Optimization 2.0. We pushed our hardware and tamed the speed for optimal performance, outperforming some of the flagships out there. But during the gameplay, we have also great tech on our display to help with your reaction. With 2160 Hz instant touch sampling rate, the screen will go at insane speed to detect your touch. And paired with it, we also have a 16 times super resolution touch, making your movement smoother and help to improve the accuracy when it comes to FPS games. Now, we can't promise it will instantly make you a pro gamer, but it will help a little bit. With Wow Boost Optimization 2.0, we try to improve every aspect of your gaming experience. With all these tuning, you're in for the ultimate gaming experience. Now, we've talked about the 3 key essentials to reach ultimate performance on the X6 Pro. And it's just speed, speed, and more speed for your daily experience and gaming. Some of you may be wondering, how on earth are we going to keep the speed up? It's definitely going to heat up at some point. Can the speed be kept? And as always, don't fear. We have an elite cooling system in the X6 Pro, flagship level cooling system, to make sure sustainable performance is easy. Within this cooling system, we will be featuring a 5,000mm square VC covering almost all the heat spots to disperse the heat very quickly. So your gaming experience, daily usage will be smooth and cool. Lastly, a small touch for our gamers. The dream of all gamers, experience no internet lag. On our Poco X6 Pro, we have featured double gaming antennas, so when you're holding the phone horizontally, the signal is still strong and the speed is still available. So, ultimate performance. We spent a lot of time just now talking about all the areas, and I honestly want to go even more detailed, but I think you guys get the idea. With flagship SoC, RAM and ROM, liquid cool as the base of the hardware, and 2 massively improved software to support and work in harmony. This is the X6 Pro's ultimate performance brought by us. And we can't wait for you guys to try this new beast out. So now that we've gone over the inner side of X6 Pro, shall we take a look at design? This time around, we spent incredible efforts working with our ID departments, bring you the most beautiful X Pro model ever. Let's take a look at the first color. The X6 Pro in black. Now this is one of the coolest posters we've ever made, and the X6 Pro in black looks absolutely stunning. Black has always been one of the most chosen colors by our users, and a choice that's never goes wrong. But up next, we did do a little bit of exploration. Our second color of X6 Pro comes in gray, and my goodness, this gray looks and feel super premium when in hand. It looks better over time, and we can't get enough of it. So for those fans who want a color that's very elegant, very sleek looking, I would highly recommend this color of X6 Pro. And lastly, a color we spent even more time on, yellow, Poco Yellow. This is a very eye-catching color, and we received great feedback in the past on our yellow variants. This year, our yellow is even more flamboyant and striking. We have tuned the color a little bit more, and the material is also different. We have featured vegan leather for the first time in Poco smartphone, offering a premium soft touch for our users. For those who love vegan leather and how it feels, this is the variant for you. Not only will it feel really nice, but it's also fingerprint proofed. So users who don't prefer to use a phone case, you guys are gonna love this one. And on the details, we maintain a black and yellow cross design to make it even more cool and stylish. With a black frame surrounding the phone, the yellow pops out even more so. Of course, we kept the cool yellow power button on the side as well. It's a small touch we all love. And if you didn't notice it earlier, our camera decal on the yellow variant also has a small touch to it. It looks super cool, looks super good under bright lighting. It's a subtle touch that really completes the overall design language. But besides the X6 Pro looking stunning, we want to make sure it's super comfortable in your hands, which is why we designed the X6 Pro to have equal curved back. So it won't cut into your hands when you're gaming or holding it for a very long time. And to give you a better angle, you can see it from the side angle visually and literally made for comfort. Even the camera decal edges are curved for visual comfort. This time around, we've really went into details to make sure the X6 Pro is as perfect as possible. So this is our all-new design for Poco X6 Pro. Actually, let's check it up close. I'll showcase each one in detail. So here we have all three colors of the X6 Pro. They look stunning. So first we have the black, and you can see with a black deco, black back, and a black frame, it looks super stealthy. And even the buttons are purely matte black as well. And then for the silver, the gray, we also have a matte gray with a silver frame around it with a black deco, looking super sleek and super slim. And lastly, we do have the yellow. So we did incorporate the yellow and black cross design, so you can see the yellow really pops out here. And we can have the yellow vegan leather featured as well. Overall, we've put a lot of effort in the X6 Pro's design, and all three looks absolutely stunning. So let us know in the comments below which one will you be choosing. So like we said, yellow is still one to go for me. So besides the overall style of the X6 Pro, we have also featured dual speakers to ensure you have an immersive sound experience no matter what you're doing. It supports Dolby Atmos, high-res audio, and high-res audio wireless to ensure the sound is always tuned to the most optimized quality. And of course, we have all the necessary convenient features and small experience that completes the overall design package. NFC, IR blaster, a flagship level Bluetooth 5.4, and an X-axis linear motor on board. This is X6 Pro's design. So now that we finished talking about design, let's take a look at the front. It's got massive upgrades as well compared to last generation. It's been 2 to 3 years since we went from, do we focus on refresh rate? Is it LCD? Is it AMOLED in this segment? But now that's no longer a rarity. How do we improve? It was challenging. To be a great display in today's standard, it needs to be immersive, clear, bright, colorful, and of course, eye care. It needs to be good in all these areas. So let's go through one by one for the X6 Pro. First off, I want to say this is our most immersive display yet among all Poco devices, and it's flagship level in every way. With the highest screen-to-body ratio yet in Poco at 94%, it offers ultra-thin bezels, which means when you view your phone, you barely see the bezels from the top, sides, and bottom. It offers a clean, immersive, and premium viewing experience. And to give you guys a rough idea of how immersive display is on X6 Pro, we did a comparison with the S23 Plus. And from the side and the top, we're much thinner. The small details are there. However, being immersive isn't enough, which is why today on our X6 Pro, we want to introduce the first ever 1.5K Crystal Rest display for Poco devices. This is flagship level clarity and resolution no matter what price range. Now, we also want to make sure we have a reason of putting up Crystal Rest AMOLED. So let me showcase why 1.5K Crystal Rest AMOLED may be the perfect choice for you. First off, when we did comparison between 1080p, 1.5K, and 2K, we realized the clarity between 1.5K and 2K is actually not that obvious. However, the difference for 1.5K and 1080p is still pretty big there, which means you're truly getting a clarity experience. And when we did a power usage test, which is usually the biggest pain point for users, we realized a lot of flagships out there that features 2K resolution, it's not usually turned on by the users because it really drains battery. But with 1.5K, the power consumption is actually closer to 1080p, not nearly as draining as 2K displays. Which means, with 1.5K crystal res on board, the X6 Pro, you can have high clarity, close to 2K, but lower power usage, close to 1080p. So leave the option on of having crystal res AMOLED on all the time. It will not only enhance your visual experience, and you have no concerns in battery life. But besides our immersive, clear display, we make sure you have great brightness as well, so you can enjoy great content under really bright environments. With the X6 Pro, we support 1800 nits peak brightness, making this our brightest display yet. But we've also made sure on X6 Pro's display, we have a great range of colors, so you can experience true-to-life visuals with 68 billion colors featured, making sure you can enjoy a bright, colorful, and immersive visual experience. And when I say flagship display, we also make sure we have features such as Pro HDR, which helps mapping for optimal color by tuning each pixel, making the overall visuals even more vivid. And X6 Pro also supports adaptive HDR, which optimizes the ambient light levels and brightness of your screen to optimize the HDR effect, which means the content you're watching becomes more vivid, well-balanced, and sharp all the time. With Dolby Vision on board as well, you can view certain content with crystal clear quality, boosting that viewing experience even more so for the content that supports it. So we really made sure this is a really, really good display all around. But one thing a lot of other competitors might miss is eye care. And we have a new feature called Psycho Mode. Now this is really cool. It adjusts the colors based on the app types and sunrise and sunset times, help to make sure your eyes won't be strained no matter what time or what environment you're in. And if you're out and about and it suddenly starts to rain, you're trying to hail a cab, check your messages in the rain, we've improved X6 Pro's display on wet touch scenarios, which means if the display is moist, there's raindrops on your display, your hands are a little bit wet, it will actually be more likely to be accurate than before. It's a very handy feature. And lastly, a feature that our users have been waiting for, our first in-screen fingerprint sensor for X series. It's for your convenience and fast unlocking. So we've gone through a lot, and I think I covered everything what makes this a truly great display. This is truly a new level of display we have put on to our X series. So with all these amazing features, with design and speed, our display upgrades is also no joke. We can't wait for you to try the display out. It's a wonderful experience. So let's move on to camera. We've got to put some quality content on this amazing display, right? Now, let me just announce probably the one thing our users has been asking for on camera. Last year, we were able to bring OIS to our F series, and I realized this is probably the one feature that really can't be left out anymore. Everyone demands it, and I'm happy to announce, this time with our X6 Pro, OIS is now featured along with it. As we all know, OIS is a stabilization technology that really helps the images clear, especially during nighttime. And paired with the OIS, it's an all-around 64 megapixel triple camera, which will easily meet all your needs for capturing all the precious moments. And to really master this camera system with the help of the powerful Dimensity 8300 Ultra, we've integrated Poco Imaging Engine, which will help you improve image quality through optic fusion, optimize images for different scenarios, maximizing smoothness, true-to-life colors, the whole package. The X6 Pro's camera is here for your creativity. And talking about creativity features, this time around, we've upgraded the feature Film Camera even further by adding more creative filters. 5 of them actually. And this is Poco X6 Pro's camera. With a powerful processor, Dimensity 8300 Ultra behind it, we've really improved on the creative features and quality. And lastly, let's go through the power in the X6 Pro. Battery life. Now, battery life has always been mid-range segment's bread and butter. It's a standard that smartphones in this price range are supposed to have good battery. So no surprises. We still have an all-day battery of 5000 mAh, so the duration is still pretty great. And when we do need that quick charge up, we're still bringing the 67-watt turbocharging. It's the best combination in my opinion. 67 watt, 5000 mAh. So like I said, this is the sweet spot combination, especially for this segment. So in the time of a coffee break, you can charge up the phone up to 20%. In an anime episode of 25 minutes or so, you'll be charged up 70%. And if you're charging it while having a 35-minute lunch, you can charge up to 90%. And to 100% in just 45 minutes. This is more than enough for any scenarios. But what's different with X6 Pro's battery this time around is we've added a smart charging engine to take multiple measures to optimize the battery life. And if our users are concerned, in fact, we have hardware upgrade as well on our battery management this time. With one charging chipset and one battery management chipset, X6 Pro's battery safety is top-notch. So in summary, this is our X6 Pro, a truly new species in this segment. So I really hope you guys like the X6 Pro. But we're not done with the X6 series. It is a series this time around. So for those who are watching, not all of you are gamers and chasing the craziest of speeds, which X6 Pro does offer. What if you're purely looking for a great all-around mid-ranger? Well, we also have an option for you, also very competitive. Introducing Poco X6, the little sibling of the series. And in fact, we're also very excited to launch this device. Let's also start with performance on the X6. Just because it's the little sibling of the series, it doesn't mean it doesn't have a mean punch in power. Also global debuting, the brand new Snapdragon 7S Gen 2. Yeah, both of our X6 models will be featuring brand new chipsets. And this new Snapdragon is also a massive improvement compared to last year's 695. In fact, in CPU, it's 31% faster and GPU is 57%. That's a big leap in just 1 year. And along with our plan to popularize 12 plus 512, we've also featured on our X6, offering more storage space to our users always, no matter what segment. So we decided, let's run it against the older Pro model, X5 Pro. And the result was close, but we're not surprised here. The X6 has a higher benchmark than the X5 Pro, speeding past the old Pro. So like I said earlier, these are massive upgrades. And for those who want to see what the X6 can do in gaming, we ran a PUBG FPS test, and the results was amazing. We were able to get close to full FPS while maintaining a very cool temperature, so our X number model has never been more capable when it comes to gaming. Make sure to try it out. So in short, Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 in the X6 is actually one of the strongest SoC in the segment. It's 4nm, got a great benchmark score, and has great speeds all around. So let's take a look at the design. It's also stunning like the Pro. First, we have black in the X6. It looks great with the black decal design and super sleek. And lastly, we have a white variant for X6 series, a gorgeous snowflake glacier feel, which is very similar to what we did with Poco F5. It was super popular, so we wanted to bring it to our X6. It's just pure elegance. But without device looking so good, we have to make sure we continued on what we did with the previous generations, which is maintaining a good hand feel. The X6 sits under 8mm and only weighs 181 grams, making this one of the lightest smartphones we have in X series. It's great for long-term one-hand usage, so when you're looking your phone in bed with one hand, it won't actually land on your head. And a small upgrade I want to mention as well, actually not that small. Our X6 will be featuring Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on the front, making it more durable than its previous generation than ever. A flagship level design feature in our X6. So this is our X6 in all colors. It looks just as good as its Pro sibling. Now, my personal go-to color for X6 will have to be the white. It was just so good on F5, and I think X6 was going to offer a very similar experience. But instead of going on and on with the rest, how about I just show it? If you look closely, X6 has a lot of similarities with the Pro model. It also features 1.5K Crystal Rest AMOLED, and then the 1800 nits peak brightness, ultra slim bezels, also featuring OIS. I bet you guys thought for a second it was only available for Pro though. Nope, it's also here for X6. We've also added 67 watt with our X6 in its 5100 mAh battery, 100 mAh more than the Pro actually. So in fact, compared to the Pro, it's got minimal differences this time around. We really want to make sure X6 series can offer incredible experience for our users in this range.
So that was Poco X6 series in a nutshell. The Poco X6 Pro stands for performance never seen before with a Dimensity 8300 Ultra chipset, HyperOS, Android 14 out of the box, large VC cooling, a LPDDR5X, UFS 4.0 memory combination and a vegan leather design on the fan favorite Poco Yellow. The Poco X6 is great for media consumption. It comes with the latest Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chipset, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus protection and a 5100 mAh battery. And apart from these, both these phones have some really cool features like the 1.5K 120Hz AMOLED display, 1800 nits peak brightness, 64MP triple camera with OIS, in-display fingerprint sensor and dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support. Here is a snapshot of the upgrades we have in the X6 Pro with respect to the previous generation. The X6 Pro has upgrades in terms of better chipset, better display, a better camera, a new design outlook, and some fan-requested upgrades like in-display fingerprint sensor and NFC. Let us look at how X6 Pro fares against the competition. The X6 Pro is powered by Dimensity 8300 Ultra, which racks up an Antutu score of 1.4 million, which has never been seen in the segment, and only seen in the devices in the range of 40 to 50K. It is even more powerful than Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or 8 Gen 2. X6 Pro comes with Xiaomi HyperOS out of the box based on Android 14, thereby taking the performance of the device to the next level. It also comes with Poco's proprietary gaming technology, Wild Boost 2.0, and a few fan favorite features like in-display fingerprint sensor and the NFC. The Poco X6 Pro comes with Android 14 out of the box, whereas the OnePlus counterpart is powered by Android 13. The X6 Pro has 5000mm square vapor chamber, which is much larger than OnePlus device. On the display front, we have an absolute domination as the phone comes with 120Hz adaptive refresh rate, 1800 nits peak brightness, a color depth of 68.7 billion colors and a Dolby Vision support. And we have a dual stereo speaker with Dolby Atmos support and IP54 protection. That's an absolute domination on OnePlus Nord 3. Some brands say make it real, but we actually made it real by launching the device as powerful as Poco X6 Pro. And now let us see how X6 outshines its competitor Nord CE3 Lite. The Poco X6 comes with a Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 processor that is far superior to the one present on the competitor, as we have a better Antutu score, a better fabrication process. We have a better display tech as the Poco X6 features a 1.5K AMOLED display, which is one of the first in the segment. The peak brightness level in X6 is 1800 nits, which is mind-blowing, and the icing on the cake is that the phone comes with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus protection. On the camera front also, we are far superior as we are offering a 64MP triple camera with OIS. And lastly, we also have a 3.5mm headphone jack. Asking our competitor OnePlus to do a better job next time while launching their Nord series devices. Now, how much do you think the phone should cost? Poco X6 will be available in 3 variants. 8 plus 256GB variant is available at 19,999. 12 plus 256GB variant is available at 21,999. 12 plus 512GB variant is available at 22,999. Thereby taking the net effective price of X6 under 20K. The Poco X6 Pro will be available in 2 variants. 8 plus 256GB variant is available at 24,999. 12 plus 512GB variant is available at 26,999. Thereby taking the net effective price of X6 Pro under 25K. The above prices are inclusive of an additional ICICI Bank offer of 2000 or an exchange discount worth the same amount. Now this is called the segment disruption, calling out our competition OnePlus or others to beat us in the performance game if you can. Software update is something that we at Poco are deeply invested in. So we have decided to provide you with up to 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of security updates on both the devices. So that was the Poco X6 series for the Mad Fam. We hope you are already buzzing with the excitement for this product. The Poco X6 series will be up for sale on 16th of January at 12 noon only on Flipkart. The pre-booking of both the devices start tonight at 8 PM. Get ready to experience the ultimate predator.